conduct.
Management of SSNIT accuses former Chief Justice Sophia Kufu of making unsubstantiated allegations regarding the botched sale of hotels.
Fishermen at Teshi Landing Beach optimistic of a bumper harvest when the sea is opened on Thursday, August 1.
In business news, banking consultants urges government to pay contractors as non-performing loans hit 24%, threatening financial stability of banks.
And on the international front, South Africa's former President Jacob Zuma expelled from the African National Congress, the ANC, the party which he once led as president.
We have details of these stories coming up in the next 1 hour. Do stay with us.
Let's delve right into it, and we're starting from conversations around SSNIT, where the management of the Social Security and National Insurance Trust, SSNIT, has accused former Chief Justice Sophia Kufu of making unsubstantiated allegations regarding the botched sale of the hotels. SSNIT said that the allegations made by the former Chief Justice are false and undermines the integrity and confidence in the pension scheme.
Sophia Kufu made this claim in an exclusive interview with TV3's Alfredo Kanse on Thursday, July 25.
They have run down the hotels, and just like in the public sector, a lot of public properties have been run down just so that the values will be run down, and always at the end of some cycle or the other, they do sweetheart deals and do distributions among themselves. SSNIT can say I've defamed them. I don't care.
SSNIT, in a statement reacting to the comment, said the allegations by the former Chief Justice are false and undermines the integrity and confidence in the pension scheme. It said SSNIT restructured the ownership of the hotels, brought in private hotel management companies, made changes in management and the board where necessary, provided financial support, including the funding of maintenance and capital expenditure to make the hotels more competitive. The statement added, although there was some improvement in the performance of the hotels, they were far below what was required to finance growth and capital expenditure. Hence the decision to bring in a strategic investor, which has now been terminated. SSNIT emphasized the allegations of this nature without substantiated evidence create unnecessary tension among stakeholders and potentially detract the public from the constructive dialogue needed to address genuine issues. It assured pensioners, contributors and the public of its commitment to managing the assets of the trust in a manner that will ensure the long-term sustainability of the scheme.
Let's now go to the courts, where the Chief of Defense Staff, Lieutenant General Thomas Opon-Pepra, has corroborated evidence that the third accused in the ambulance procurement trial, Richard Jakpa, was not released honorably from the Ghana Armed Forces. He, however, denied claims of misconduct as a reason for the accused person's release from the service. Noble Crosby Annan has more in this report.
The denial of the claims of misconduct comes weeks after a widely circulated letter asserted that the third accused, Mr. Jakpa, was dismissed from the Ghana Armed Forces based on persistent offences and acts of misconduct. It came up when the Chief of Defence Staff, Lieutenant General Thomas Opon-Pepra, took the stand to testify following Mr. Jakpa's subpoena.
What specific case is applicable under item 3A?
My lady, inefficiency, and it has 3 things covered.
Did the military's letter cover all the 3 things?
No, my lady.
Which one did it cover?
Through continued lack of application or interest.
Lieutenant General Opon-Pepra, however, noted that Jakpa was not honorably discharged, corroborating earlier comments from Secretary of the Military Service, Air Commodore Nene Dujenfi.
Now, from all the factors and circumstances regarding Mr. Jakpa's release from the Ghana Armed Forces, would you say that he was honorably released from the Ghana Armed Forces?
My lady, as per the document that is on record, he was not honorably released.
that he was not placed on the retired list. Is that not correct?
Yes, my lady.
And he is also not permitted to use his rank in civil life. Is that not correct?
Yes, my lady.
The controversy intensified when Jakpa's lawyers objected to the letter's relevance, questioning its credibility and the process by which it was introduced into evidence.
Information regarding a past serving or retired military officer cannot be released to any other person except with your express authorization. Is that correct?
It's not, yes, my lady, it's not wholly true. I have a supervisory ministry, and they are entitled to receiving classified documents.
The Ministry of Defense doesn't have operational administrative control over the military. Isn't that correct?
The Ministry of Defense comprises of the military division and then the civil division. The military division is commanded by or controlled by or administered by the Chief of the Defense Staff. The civil division is controlled, administered by the Chief Director, and both answer to the supervising minister, as the Minister of Defense.
The case has been adjourned to July 30 for more cross-examinations.
Let's stay on the courts because the whole High Court has dismissed petition challenging the election of John Peter Amewu as Member of Parliament for Hohoi on grounds of lacking jurisdiction. The validity of Amewu's election was challenged on the basis of the inability of some 13 communities from Santrokofi, Akpafu, Likpe and Lolobi, which is known as the Sal area, who were denied opportunity to vote in the parliamentary elections in December 2020. 5 residents from Sal petitioned the whole High Court to nullify the election of John Peter Amewu to become Member of Parliament. But a ruling delivered by the High Court on Monday, the 29th of July 2024, indicated that the declaration sought by the petitioners effectively questions the constitutionality of CI 128, on which the EC relied to conduct the 2020 parliamentary elections.
In more news tonight, the Supreme Court is being urged to restrain the Ghana Revenue Authority from proceeding to implement tax waivers granted certain companies under the One District, One Factory policy. The legislators believe the parliamentary memorandum based on which the Finance Minister sought the approval of the House for the waivers is unconstitutional. They therefore want the Supreme Court to restrain the Ghana Revenue Authority from allowing these 42 companies to enjoy the waivers.
The legislators, MP for Akachi South, Bernard Ahiafo, MP for Elembele, Emmanuel Amakofibua, and MP for Adakulu, Kwame Governs Agboja, are praying the Supreme Court to declare the memorandum dated 28th February 2019, upon which Finance Ministry sought parliamentary approval for the tax waivers, unconstitutional. The defendant of this suit are the Minister of Finance, Commissioner General of the GRA, Speaker of Parliament, and the Attorney General. The 3 legislators say the Finance Minister lacks power to request such waivers. They prayed the court to restrain the defendant from taking any further steps towards the implementation of the 1D1F tax waivers granted to 42 companies.
From the courts, let's go to education-related matters now. And CETAG's strike is gradually becoming a bane on the academics of students at the colleges of education. Following this development, Teacher Trainee Association of Ghana is calling for an immediate action to be taken to address the protracted strike. There's more in this report by Ekuya Oforiwa Dako.
By tomorrow, we want our teachers back to the classroom because on Wednesday we were with the minister, even CETAG was equally there when they met and we were giving all those assurances.
All academic activities on the campuses of the colleges of education have come to a halt, whereas the orientation activities for level 300 students who are supposed to have their micro-teaching activities have also been held up.
As far back 2016, 2018 there was a strike, 2022 there was a strike, 2023 there is a strike, and then we are here again. So it has been quite worrying. We have been appealing that we get long-standing solutions.
Swale Razak, the president of the Teacher Trainees Association of Ghana, says the students of the colleges of education can no longer bear the over 40-day strike.
For the past 6 weeks or more, we are not seeing a headway. The strike keeps to have continued, and there is no teaching and learning in the colleges. Students don't really know when even the strike action will be called off.
He recounted the loss of a student of the Atebubu College of Education who died in a tragic accident in Techimine after she left campus. Razak further said that the effects of the strike is worrying as it is now a threat to their lives.
If teaching and learning was going on in the classroom, this student wouldn't have lost her life. He would have been in the classroom receiving teaching.
CETAG has been on strike since June 14, demanding better conditions of service, including the implementation of the arbitral awards given by the National Labour Commission. Teacher trainees are therefore appealing for a swift intervention as the CETAG strike continues unabated, affecting the college's academic calendar. Ekuya Ofri Wadako, TV3 News, Accra.
In more news tonight, the quest to promote quality education and lifelong learning opportunities for all has been a mirage at Madagascar, an island community in the Kwewu-Afram Plains North District. Parents use their wards for farming and fishing activities, while other children have been forced out of school because of the unavailability of canoes to cross the Volta Lake to school. A report by Stanley Nibleu.
The United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 4 promotes lifelong learning for all by 2030. For residents of Agalakope and Madagascar in the Kwewu-Afram Plains North District, education is not a priority. Madagascar, one of the several islands in the district, was provided school by the Ghana Education Service under the Free Compulsory Basic Education Program. Enrollment has significantly dropped because parents would rather engage their wards in farming and fishing activities every morning instead of being in school. As a result, the District Education Directorate authorized the school to start classes at 9 a.m. each day instead of the usual 7 a.m.
We're supposed to be in school exactly 8 o'clock so that we start the school activity by 8:15. But since the community normally involved in farming and fishing, I have alerted the office, so they've drawn the suggested timetable for the school that we should come to school 9 o'clock and close 3:30. But that also is not even being used by the people of the community.
During the news team's visit to the school at 10 a.m., no pupil had reported. The news team's engagement with some parents on their farms convinced some to release their children to school. These parents justified the choice of their children for labor while school is in session. Pupils who reside behind the Volta Lake and require canoe to commute to school daily have stopped schooling due to the unavailability of canoes. In the community, children rather assist their parents to scale and smoke fish. The two professional teachers posted to teach kindergarten 1 to class 5 pupils report to work but face challenges. The head teacher, Raphael Poha, has acquired a miniature canoe to commute but has no life jacket. He has been doing this alone for more than a decade. Upon his arrival to the school, no pupil has still reported, compelling him to wait.
In fact, we feel miserable in the sense that sometimes when we get ourselves prepared, waiting for these young ones to teach them, and they were not coming. In fact, sometimes we disturb a little. But looking at the situation on the ground now, that is how it is. So we have also adapted ourselves to the situation. So we are managing it.
Soon, pupils began to trickle in.
March, come on, move.
He said the lack of interest in school is due to the non-existence of the school feeding program. The structure serving as classroom has rapidly deteriorated. The construction of a newer classroom block by the Member of Parliament for the area has not been completed 5 years after construction began. The school is forced to use the structure in its current state due to the danger the old one poses to them. The Afram Plains District NAT Secretary, Obin Cranton Ade, was not happy about the prevailing situation.
Such areas are places that they need to bring the school feeding program to address this. At least I know when they bring school feeding program to those communities, it will in a way increase enrollment and then arouse the interest of the children in the community.
It is clear parents' commitment to their worth education and central government's investment in infrastructure are key requirements to achieve improved learning outcomes at Madagascar. Stanley Nibleu, TV3 News, Madagascar.
And from Madagascar, let's come to Teshi, certainly not the Madagascar we know. So, fishermen at the Teshi landing beach are optimistic of a bumper harvest when the sea is opened on August 1. Ahead of the opening, the fisherfolk have called for strict adherence to proper fishing methods to improve the stock.
The 2024 close season started on July 1 and is expected to be opened on August 1 for artisanal fishers. The one-month close season is to allow more fish in the sea and to sustain the fishing sector. With 3 days left to the opening of the sea, fishermen at the Teshi landing beach have been recounting the impact the close season has had on their lives. Ama Zimbabwe speaks for the fishers.
Our local papa, Yejebi, Saga our cabbage, walk a que, Menitra or lady, Koda Mwami, Koda Minya.
Life has not been easy this close season. At least government should have supported us financially to take care of our families.
He, however, said the season has enabled them to mend their fishing nets and other gears, including time to rest.
July.
The July closure is not favorable to us because during this period we need fish to celebrate our homo.
You work a year, Teshi happy or more August. You work a year. Okay, Fega Nagba, yeah, walk, Yejebi.
Ama Zimbabwe suggested to government to reconsider closing the season in June instead of the July. He urged his fellow fishermen to desist from using improper ways of fishing.
When they arrest people who use light, carbide, and other bad chemicals for fishing, we will get bumper harvest.
This is your Election Command Center. The Electoral Commission's mop-up registration exercise will run from Wednesday, August 1 to Saturday, August 3 as part of preparations for the December 7 general election. Addressing a press briefing on Monday, July 29 on the 3-day online exercise, Deputy Chairman in charge of operations, Samuel Tete, charged political parties to educate their agents on the operations of the Electoral Commission to prevent any anomalies.
This mop-up registration exercise will be conducted online. So if you are already a registered voter, our system will flag you out. The mop-up voter registration exercise will take place from Thursday, 1st August to Saturday, 3rd August, 2024. The exercise will take place at all the 268 district offices of the Commission, 26 public universities, and 41 prison centers across the country. The requirements for voter registration, as stated in Regulation 2 of CI 126 as amended, apply to the mop-up voter registration exercise. An eligible applicant must present a Ghana card or the Ghana passport as proof of eligibility at the registration center. Political parties are allowed to send their agents to the registration centers to observe the exercise. The Commission expects the parties to educate their agents well to enable them conduct themselves professionally at all the registration centers. The Commission has informed the Ghana Police Service about the mop-up exercise. Consequently, there will be security presence at the various registration centers to ensure peaceful environment. The Commission is urging all stakeholders, especially the political parties, to ensure a successful mop-up registration exercise. In the same manner, we wish to urge parents and guardians not to allow their children who are not yet 18 years old to take part in the mop-up voter registration exercise.
Let's do some more political stories, this time around specific constituencies. Now, the Ejura constituency is one of the orphan seats in the Ashanti region that the New Patriotic Party has targeted to take from the NDC in the 2024 elections. For Constituency Watch today, we are focusing on that constituency, but voters there say they would prioritize issues of interest of them and see how they are going to be voting. In our Constituency Watch series, Ibrahim Abubakar throws the spotlight on one of the must-watch constituencies in the Ashanti region.
The MPP has won the Ejura constituency only once, which is in 2012 by less than 400 votes. Tagged as one of the flashpoint constituencies, elections here are mostly conducted in a tense atmosphere due to the close margin. But how has this political struggle reflected on the lives of people within this constituency? With a population of almost 100,000 in 75 communities, only Ejura and Sechedumase are urban localities, constituting 2.7% as against the remaining 97.3% as rural localities. The constituency has been loyal to the NDC since 1992, giving MPP a one-time opportunity in 2012. Some constituents argue they've not had the development they deserve for their loyalty, hence calling for a change in the parliamentary elections.
We have not seen anything substantial NDC has done to develop Ejura. The Member of Parliament has also not performed to our satisfaction. This is why we want a change this time. What we need in Ejura is development and nothing else. It's MPP that has started bringing some development projects here, hence our decision to vote for them.
Key among the needs of the rural communities is potable water and access to farm input for farmers. For residents of Frontier and other adjoining communities, the steps taken by the incumbent MP to improve their lives will earn him their vote.
First, we
used to fetch water from a stream where we compete with animals. Now that the MP has provided us with this potable water, we have to reward him by retaining him.
Everybody votes for a purpose. You vote for development. You vote for your own welfare. And if Honorable Mohamed Bawa Brahima has done all these things for us, there's no two ways about it. The way is only one, is to retain him.
For others, they will only settle on a candidate who will convince them of having the interest of the constituency at heart.
Your vote is your power. It doesn't matter whether you are NDC, MPP or any kind of anything. The person that can do better. Even if I'm NDC, and I know if I vote for you can't do anything to help us, I have to vote for someone who is in different distance that can also help.
The New Patriotic Party parliamentary candidate, Gift Ndoma, has stepped up efforts to unseat the two-time Member of Parliament, Alhaji Mohammed Bawa Brema. But the decision to either give Gifty the chance to represent the constituency in the 9th Parliament or retain Alhaji Brema for the 3rd time lies in the hands of the electorate come December 7. Well, the constituency, their choice of vote will be based on competence and someone who is ready to bring them development. Ibrahim Abubakar, TV3 News, Ejura, Ashanti region.
Let's continue with the rest of our stories. And a suspect on the Madina SDA Basic School compound is posing a significant threat to students. Efforts to remove occupants of a house who share the same compound with the school have been unsuccessful.
School authorities said government 40 years ago released the land to the SDA church to build the school, which was later taken over by government. A private house within the school premises, according to the Parents-Teacher Association chairman Isaac Ado, is causing a lot of convenience for school children and teachers. He said all efforts to get the private person to relocate from the school compound has proven futile. Occupants of the house continue to cook, wash among other domestic chores during school hours, distracting academic work.
The tenant or the occupant normally wash any day. You see their clothes wash hanging around. You see waters stored around the building. And the things around the building is not favorable for academic works. So
not even a removal notice from the La in Kwantanang Municipal Assembly would make the private person relocate. PTA chairman Isaac Ado said what is more worrying is a cesspit tank on the compound, which he says poses a great danger to pupils.
Because of the situation of the septic tank, sometimes the school have to repair it due to its deplorable state. So we informed the Lankwantana Municipal Director of Education, and he wrote letters to the MCA and the region as well. So we are hoping that the first step has been taken. They've written a remove on the building. So we are hoping government will still intervene and maybe finish with what we are pleading for.
Headmistress of the school, Beatrice Opoku, recalled the court ruled in favor of the school when the matter went to court, but the owner of the building has refused to vacate the premises.
The rented people were students. Sometimes they managed to even send some of the school girls into the building. Sometimes after closing, you see them around, calling the girls here and there. So in fact, it is disturbing us a lot.
School authorities fear the worst could happen if immediate action is not taken and pleaded with relevant authorities to act swiftly. When contacted, the owner of the building said the church failed to settle him after many years of securing the place. He said he is ready to engage for a permanent solution.
The president at the time said they should look for a place closer to the area. They didn't do that. What I showed you, they took me to Ashoman, they took me to Dodoa, they took me to Apollonia. All these places are far away from them. But I said, to have peace, just go ahead and construct it, because I have been a student before. My children went to school. So if there's a school they want to develop into a school, I don't mind.
Still watching News 360 on TV3. Stay with us. We have the latest in the world of business right after this.
One bucket of Flamingo paint is equal to several buckets of any other paint brand on the market. Flamingo paint, superior durability, superior hiding, superior coverage. Flamingo paint, simply superior. You know, one bucket of Flamingo paint is equal to several buckets of any other paint brand on the market. Flamingo paint, superior durability, superior hiding, superior coverage. Flamingo paint, simply superior.
I love Preseason charcoal.
Why? When there are so many other charcoal toothpaste.
That's both charcoal and lemon.
Oh, does it?
Yes, look right here. Yes. Pepsodent Charcoal has two of nature's powerful whitening ingredients. With the power of activated charcoal and lemon essence, it removes stains and whitens teeth naturally.
Convinced?
Well, I am.
Just look at your beautiful Pepsodent smiles.
For naturally whiter teeth, Pepsodent Charcoal.
Pepsodent.
Transform your business ideas into success stories with Telecel Business. Choose from a wide range of products and services tailor-made to drive your business. Call 0302-233-4040 or email to business@telecel.com.gh to sign up today. Telecel Business, connecting opportunities, connecting goals, connecting businesses. Telecel, connecting energies.
Kofi, catch up to the zip and Kofi, where's on to me? Kofi, wherever? Here, my main way. Come on, yeah, me dinner. Cement war. On a damn war. You confirm out you might be too see off here.
Damascofi.
Kofi, and Colani chop much. Namoe. 10 Ghana cedis. Yeah, chop money. I will say 10 Ghana cedis.
Every 2 Ghana cedis, we say 200 Ghana cedis. Chow they were 539 daily chop money. Net the 10 a.m. Debia. Dial *446#. Now for option 1, we make you lucky numbers. Every 1 go see 39. Net try direct 2 do see no home 40 times. Try direct 3 net the 400 times. And now direct 1 net the 20 times.
Maybe.
Ejura, Joalet. Masa, number mami. Masa, sika MP they do. I'm not pay ya. Na me try day 539 chop money.
Maybe day 539 chop money.
Whenever you fly to space or take your first step as baby, SoftCare always stays with you.
New SoftCare Space Series is rooted from space technology. Keeps you dry and comfortable for 12 hours long. Offers you the most effective protection during your space journey.
SoftCare. Protect your leap.
The business segment is brought to you by MTN
and Napa Foods. Heaven Black Insecticide Spray and Coil.
West Hills Ridge Property, Eden Heights.
Welcome back to News 360. Time now for business. Mr. Ogbodo is with us. Hello, Mike.
Hi.
Talk to us. We're told that non-performing loans are on the rise. How so?
Yeah, so we've been speaking to a banking consultant. He's been sharing his thoughts on what's accounting for this.
What's accounting for it? All right, let's get deep.
Hello there. Good evening. Welcome to the business segment here on News 360. I am Michael Obodu. Now, banking consultant Dr. Richmond Ituahene has urged the government to settle debts owed to contractors to improve the financial situation of banks in the country. This follows a recent report by the Bank of Ghana revealing that non-performing loans have reached over 24% as of June this year. The banking sector's non-performing loans NPL ratio surged to 24.1% in June 2024, up from 18.7% in June 2023. According to the Bank of Ghana, despite improvements in the banking sector's performance, elevated credit risk poses a threat to the sector's recovery process. Banking consultant Dr. Richmond Ituahene says the development is not surprising.
The non-performing has been with us since 2014, and it seems to be creeping up to reach the 24.9% at the December ending. And then it shot up to 25.9 and dropped slightly to 25.7 in when the governor made the statement. But apart from that, non-performing has seriously been creeping up over the last 10 years. So it's not news to us, some of us.
He further called on the government to ensure it pays debt owed to contractors to improve the financial position of banks in the country.
The IMF country report advised the government to be very cautious about arrears. So we are not surprised about what is going on because we haven't treated the contractors' debt, which is about 35 billion in service payment, and the energy 1.6 billion, which is about 2.3 GDP. All these things have been going on over the period, but it came to a point very well in December 2022, and then as we did the DDEP, it has resurfaced again.
The Center for Environmental Management and Sustainable Energy, Siemens, is demanding a forensic audit into the government's Gold for Oil program. Executive Director of Siemens, Benjamin Nsia, points to the continued high fuel prices as evidence that the program has failed to achieve its intended goals.
The Gold for Oil program was introduced to stabilize fuel prices and reduce pressure on Ghana's foreign exchange reserves. The program allows government to pay for imported oil products with gold in a direct barter with gold purchased by the Bank of Ghana.
Gold for Oil needs a thorough auditing, a forensic auditing to ascertain its potential benefit on export price stability in Ghana, to ascertain who is taking advantage of this particular policy.
The organization also believes that the bulk energy storage and transportation company BEST should be held accountable for its role in the initiative as its profits declines.
We know that BOST is a full beneficiary of this particular program. BOST also gets a 12 peso per liter margin to boost its infrastructure. However, in recent time, BOST has not even developed any infrastructure, although it attracts this particular margin. BOST also, as I indicated earlier, is a full beneficiary of this particular Gold for Oil. However, if you compare their profits from 2022 and then 2023, we realized that BOST profit has declined by about 15%. And why BOST is observing declining profit whilst they are a full beneficiary of this particular program.
Now, 3 grand winners of the Nido Obatampa Momo promo were over the weekend spent to the Safari Valley. This forms part of a prize package as winners for the promotion draw.
The engagement at Safari Valley saw families of both winners and some management of Nestle Ghana attending. Brands manager for Nido, Jacqueline Bafojewu, explained.
As part of the promotion, which is Nido Batampamo promo, where we had said that for top 3, the ultimate prizes, we are taking 3 families to an all-expense paid trip to Safari Valley, bringing them to experience everything that Safari has to do. As part of it, another leg was for us to also educate them on what nutrients Nido has.
Emphasizing on the nutritional benefits of Nido, nutritionist Obed Harrison encouraged families to make Nido a diary choice.
Nido is a household advantage because particularly for our mothers who need a combo of these nutrients to support them before they get pregnant. There's iron, there's vitamin D, there's also folic acid, and then there's a quick burst of energy from the protein and the carbohydrates and the right proportion of fat that is in there.
One of the lucky winners, Victoria Obitiyaboa, who entered the draw just once, recounted her story.
Funny story is that I just bought the Nido for Gary Soakins. I was very, very hungry that day, and I just tried the Nido and I saw the package, so I just bought it and I entered the code, and so I didn't really have it in my mind that I was going to win, so it was such a shock.
Now, Africa's largest non-banking financial services company, Sanlam and Allianz, one of the world's leading insurers, have agreed to combine their current and future operations across Africa. This, according to the company, aims to create the largest Pan-African non-banking financial services entity on the continent.
Customers across Ghana will now benefit from the expertise and financial strength of the 2 respected and well-known brands. The joint venture will house the business unit of both Sanlam and Allianz. Robert Domise is Chief Executive of Sanlam Alliance Life.
It is our ambition to unleash the potential that the joint venture presents to improve insurance and financial services penetration, to enable more people to have financial access anytime, anywhere.
At the launch of the merger, CEO of the group, Ben Teria Ahmed, explained the merger serves as a renewed pledge to people-centric city.
We are committed to create sustained entrepreneurial, inclusive and supportive workplace where our people can grow and contribute to our shared success. Our people will deliver the excellence in insurance services Ghanaians deserve with support from Sanlam Alliance to improve trust and confidence in insurance and increase the rather low insurance penetration in Ghana.
The company, by this measure, also intends to empower communities to be financially confident.
This isn't just about growth. It's about creating a stronger, more impactful presence across Africa and in Ghana, and empowering our communities and generations to be financially confident, secure, and prosperous.
Sanlam Alliance has also introduced the Sanlam Alliance Care Portal to make claims experience seamless. The joint venture will be the largest Pan-African insurance player and is expected to be ranked in the top 3 in the majority of the market where the entity will operate.
And that'll be all for the business segment here on News 360. I am Michael Obodu. Up next, the sports.
Hello, thank you for calling MTN.
This is Jerry, Jolly J for short.
How may I help?
I'm not happy with you guys at all. You've been giving Bongo gifts all the time.
Who is Bongo?
Oh, Bongo, my friend. He purchased in my room.
Oh.
You've been giving free gifts, but I don't.
That's MTN Rewards, sir. Talk, text, browse, and more, and you get to redeem free call time or data by simply dialing *550#. And on Fridays, you can even get extra special rewards like food vouchers, shopping discounts, and much more.
Mama didn't tell me anything, no. Would you like to know how I got the name Jolly J?
That won't be necessary, Mr. Jolly. Calling customer care service doesn't give you points.
I'm gonna call my mom. I'll call my grandma. And I'll call my ex. That girl can talk, Papa. Hello, Mama. So what's the topic for today?
MTN.
You dey sleep? That's Madina. Sentuntum say wunna ma de jume ma wonsa.
Efrema bema Daniel ba.
Ma wonsa. Welcome. Sentuntum amwa sumuda ma wonsa.
That shall not slap. Having black mosquito quail. Common tontom na empum wisie bebre na ema wo mowa na ema wo nhwem na ehyiam.
Having insecticide spray eye hwam na sanso kumu a wotu ene omo hwia nyina. Now having naphthalene balls and having perfumed insect repellent no ekumu a woria na senja hwia wechiri.
Having black mosquito quail empum wisie bebre and say wo hene so ehyiam kama kweno na dwumo size no boduma don't shred do me no.
And a heaven spray, heaven naphthalene balls, ni perfumed insect repellent no. Ekumwa omutu, na wa nam from na senja shanwechi.
Heaven dear, bakope. Heaven dear, bakope. Heaven dear, bakope. Heaven dear, bakope. FDA aji edrede krato yatum.
Oh, Sister Coles, your daughter almost got hurt. Why are you still cooking with charcoal? Don't you know that smoke from charcoal and firewood is as damaging to the lungs as cigarettes? It could even cause heart diseases and affect our eyesight.
Auntie,
the National Petroleum Authority has introduced the cylinder recirculation model in collaboration with local partners to make gas more accessible to everybody. Just show up at the nearest exchange point with your empty cylinder and get a filled one.
But cylinders are expensive, Papa.
Baby, all you need is a small down payment and get a filled cylinder. Switch from charcoal and firewood to gas for a better, healthier life.
Rinyan is here with the latest in the world of sports, and we begin with Kotoko.
Yes, and that's because they have begun camping, and we are hoping for a better season from them.
Give us the details.
All right, so it's time for us to bring you the latest in the world of sports right here on News 360 with me, Rinyan. And ahead of the 2024-2025 season, Kotoko has sped up preparations in a bid to right the underwhelming performances of last season. The Porcupine Warriors held their first training session this afternoon at the club's training center at the Adako Jache. My colleague Richard Champong was there and filed this report.
Kumasi Asante Kotoko regrouped today to begin the second phase of their preseason session here in Kumasi at the Adako Jache training grounds. Remember, Asante Kotoko had a break after the league. They reassembled to prepare for the Democracy Cup, which they defeated Accra Hatzefok. They have now regrouped to start their proper preseason, and yes, about 24 players are here on the first day of the preseason training at the Adako Jache training session. Asante Kotoko, they have recruited as many as 10 new players. We are expecting 5 more announcements to be made. Coach Prosper Nate Ogum, the head coach of Asante Kotoko, is not here this morning. Remember, he had a foot injury, he had a surgery, and he is still recovering, and he is not here. The training is being conducted by David Okulu, the first assistant coach of Asante Kotoko. From Kumasi, my name is Richard Echampo, Akuma Sports.
And the Ghana Premier League fixtures for the 2024-2025 season were released early. Kotoko, Hearts of Oak and Samatex, the current champions. Hearts of Oak will play against Basake Holy Stars. They also play away to Hearts of Lions, home to Bichem United, away at Nations FC, and then home to Ejura Football Club. And these are the first 5 for the Phobians. For the Porcupines, it's Kerala United in Sachaman, Young Apostles, Brecum Chelsea, and Hearts of Lions. Samatex will begin their title defense against Dreams FC. They later go to Gold Stars and then play against Mediama Sporting Club in Takwa. Also play at home to Vision FC, and then their 5th game of the season will be against Kerala United. Now, Ghanaian swimmer Harry Stacey is aiming to set a new national record in the men's 100-meter freestyle event. Stacey is set to make his Olympics debut on Tuesday morning when he competes in the heats.
Yeah, just can't wait. Honestly, I'm just really excited to get out there and do my best. No, not at all. I mean, I know my place, and I'm going to try and, usurp some people, get faster, do a personal best if possible. Yeah, going to go out there, do my best. Calmness. It's like, it's home. I'm used to water. Water knows me. I know water. We're best friends. So, once I start racing, I'm just happy, man. See, it's a great arena. It's lovely. Like, I was there this morning, just watching the heats, not even the finals, and the atmosphere was insane. Like, wow. It's really like a football experience, not just some regular something. Like, it's huge. It's I'm over the moon that I get to be a part of it. Anywhere around my personal best, to get a national record with that would be amazing. But yeah, I don't set a time. I just go out there, do my best, and see what happens.
All right, thank you.
All right, and also remember, when it comes to the Olympics, it's at 3FM where you get all the updates every weekday at 7:40 a.m. from the BBC. Remember, is on 3FM 92.7. That's where you get all the updates from the Olympics, from the BBC. Now, Africa's two representatives, that's Nigeria and Zambia, in the women's football at the Olympic Games are on the brink of a humiliating group stage exit. Here is a 3 Sports report on what the two teams need to do to stay in the competition.
Zambia and Nigeria's women's football teams face crucial group matches in their quest to advance to the Olympic Games knockout stage. Nigeria, having suffered consecutive 1-0 losses to Brazil and Spain, finds itself at the bottom of Group C without any point. Their situation is precarious, and only a win in their final game against Japan can keep their hopes alive. Zambia's journey has been tumultuous. After a 3-0 defeat against the formidable USA, the Copper Queens experienced the heartbreaking loss to Australia. Despite building a promising 5-2 lead, they ultimately fell 6-5 in a high-scoring affair. For Zambia, only a decisive victory against Germany can bolster their chances of progression. The stakes are high, as just 2 of the 3 best third-place teams across all groups will secure spots in the quarterfinals.
If anything positive has to come out of that game is, obviously how we are defending. We have a team that can score against any team, against any opponent. But again, we have a team that can concede goals against any opponent, even the lowest ranked, any opponent, anybody can score against Zambia.
Yeah.
So I think heading into the German team game, we all know that Germany has quite some of the the best attackers in women's football. So hopefully the coach works on how the team defends.
Both African nations now face must-win scenarios in their final group matches to keep the Olympic dreams alive.
And of course, in the world of tennis, Rafa Nadal and Novak Djokovic renewed their rivalry in the second round of the men's tennis event at the ongoing Olympic Games. In the end, the Serb showed his class to beat his Spanish compatriots in straight sets to reach the third round as the search for an elusive gold medal continues. Once again, it's a reminder that we have the BBC updates on the Olympics on 3FM every weekday at 7:40 a.m. and it's going to continue up until August 11. My name is Theo Yan. Thank you very much for joining me. Entertainment is next.
And a pat evaporated milk. Tasty and creamy, right?
So.
And a pat milk, a wow custard one a fine. Na se wow Tom Brown no rice water muswa a nice. Honey, trip now baso. Made the and a pat mayonnaise. And the salad any bigger. Fries so and a pat tasty ketchup. In a good side, coffee jollof no so made the end of pepper.
You long green rice, oh you are one.
Don't forget your favorite and a packed milk.
Oh, more quite so.
Honey, you are sorted.
I'm in control like a pilot on an upper airways.
Mama.
Me you know.
I can't stand it.
Just a moment. And now power, huh?
Yeah!
Oh, yeah, Jack Macron, no more. It's you can I can sit there. Harry, you contumely. What a tomato sauce, I want to be. And a pass sardine for box with salad, yeah. Hey, you stew and a jollofa. Now, but no one that don't know it though. Up to that.
And the power of fear, or made to bunny a dowa. You want a pass soy sauce, check for you, sir, or more tasty. And a baked beans for the breakfast. Na so was salad in the oh, she and a patuna. We can puffle. Na so was salad in the oh, taste good. And a pan on dairy creamer. 4 box we so kinsey oats na cremitino. Yawa and a spaghetti. Talia papa b. Mansunin sijadun re. Na for and a spaghetti no gum. Wo and a patalia no I ready for watch on you with stew. So I no pa no so good.
In Krati, FDA appendo.
Kofi, catch up to zip in my way. Oh, Kofi, where's on to me? Kofi, Kofi, you're my main way. I come and see our meeting and I don't war. Only a damn war. Confirm out you might be too see our fear.
Jama school fees.
Kofi and Colani chop money. Namomo. 10 Ghana cedis. Yeah, chop money. I will say 10 Ghana cedis.
Every 2 Ghana cedis, we say 200 Ghana cedis. Chow they were 539 daily chop money. Net the 10 a.m. Debia. Dial star 446 hash. Now for option 1, we make you lucky numbers. Every 1 go see 39. Net try direct 2 do see no home 40 times. Try direct 3 net the 400 times. And now direct 1 net the 20 times.
Lady, yo, lady.
Ejura, Joalet. Masa, spell number, mommy. Masa, Sika and pay the do. I'm no pay ya. Na me chat they were 539 chop money. Maybe
they were 539 chop money. Who chop who bid deep?
This news segment is powered by 3 Entertainment.
Good evening. Let's do some entertainment news updates here on News 360. My name is Noella Donko. Now, the 17th edition of TV3's reality show Ghana's Most Beautiful has been launched. The grand launch signals the start of yet another thrilling journey with Ghana's rich cultural heritage. Here's a report by 3 Entertainment.
For 17 remarkable years, Ghana's Most Beautiful has been a beacon of entertainment and education, celebrating and promoting Ghanaian culture and traditional values. Over its impressive 16-year journey, this esteemed reality show has empowered and uplifted countless young women, shaping them into role models for future generations.
The pageant has offered me the opportunity to become a mentor and a role model to young people in my community and the country as a whole. I will say my reign has been successful and impactful, from touring 15 schools in the Volta region with the aim of promoting the importance of education.
The excitement continues with the launch of the 17th season of this enlightening reality show.
Her name is Dakua, 25 years of age.
In a grand and culturally immersed presentation, the contestants were officially introduced to the public. Each participant, accompanied by a vibrant cultural troupe performing traditional dances, took to the stage to honor the traditional leaders and distinguished guests in attendance.
Emma Kapui from the Volta region, 25-year-old nurse, a makeup artist, and a model. From the Central region, we present to you Etiapa. She's 28 years old and hails from Elmina in the Central region. From the Eastern region, we present to you Mercy Pipra Asari, 26-year-old MBA student at the Accra Business School.
GMB 2024 promises to captivate viewers with a dynamic blend of culture, entertainment, and intellectual engagement.
What is going to make this year unique and fun and keep people glued is the freshness that you bring. Try to bring something new, something exciting, something that will make the audience remember you and not forget you.
The delegates are ready to represent their regions with pride and enthusiasm.
After such an amazing night, with the glory all to God and thanksgiving, we declare GMB 2024 officially launched.
She's proud, fearless, and eloquent. She's a queen.
promoting national unity.
And to expect some captivating performances in the coming weeks every single Sunday right here on TV3. And that's it for the entertainment news segment here on News 360. My name is Noella Donko.
Thank you so much, Noella. Coming up, international news.
The value of Ethiopia's currency has fallen by 30% against the US dollar after the government relaxed currency restrictions, one of the country's biggest banks, the Commercial Bank of Ethiopia. The government reversed its long-standing policy of fixing the exchange rate in a bid to secure a loan of $10.7 billion from the International Monetary Fund and World Bank. Some Ethiopians have received the news with apprehension, fearing that it will lead to a sharp rise in the cost of living at a time when inflation is already high. The country has been struggling with chronic foreign currency shortages, particularly in recent years. The economy has suffered due to a brutal 2-year civil war in the northern Tigray region, which ended in 2022, and ongoing conflicts in other regions, making it difficult for the country to attract much-needed foreign investment. Under the new policy announced by the central bank, the value of the Ethiopian currency, the birr, will be set by the market. South Africa's former president Jacob Zuma has been expelled from the African National Congress ANC, the party he once led, after campaigning for a rival party in the 29th May general election. The ANC's disciplinary committee found Mr. Zuma guilty of prejudicing the integrity of the party by joining Umkhonto We's way and has given him 3 weeks to appeal against its ruling.
And that's how we bring the bulletin to an end. Thank you so much for watching. I am Martin Asiedu Date.
And I am Portia Gabo. Join us again at 10 p.m. for Ghana Tonight.